here I'm going to be doing a little bit of desensitizing with Castor to things going behind him and coming up behind him. So I'm just going to be using this pool noodle, so I'm going to let him target it and click and reward that. And then I'll continue just like using it, like letting him kind of touch it on his face, and then I'll start touching him with it. But I want to make sure he's okay with touching it first. I'll just touch him with it. I'll click when it goes on him and then feed him a treat. And he's pretty cool with that. He's not too worried. I'm just kind of using this like as an extension of my arm because I want to kind of stick it around behind him so he can see like me on one side and then the pool noodle like around behind him and like in his other eye. That's what I'm looking for here. So when I have the pool noodle up and behind him, I'm clicking and then taking it away and then feeding. So have it up so you can kind of see something else on his other side. He seems pretty relaxed about this, but I just wanted to prepare him for like me coming up behind him, me walking around behind him, things being behind him, and he did really well with that. I'm just asking him to follow my hand target and go to the other side. We're gonna do the same thing. Just ask him to target it with his face. And I just start that on both sides. I just want to make sure he's okay with it. He's willing to touch it first, and then I'll touch him with it. And then I'll click and treat when it's on him, and then I'll just kind of work my way down and then do the same thing. I want to have it kind of poke out behind his hindquarters so that he can see something else on that left eye and see me in the right eye. It's like there. Kind of touch on him. That looks great. Castor's pretty chill dude, but I want to check all my bases, make sure he's cool with that before I um, do a lot of working behind him, walking behind him. So that's my goal of this session here. And then I'm also going to work with the flag and do the same thing because this kind of represents like a hand or like an arm, and that's what it kind of looks like. But I'm going to use the flag because it's got a little bit more movement to it. I'm just going to do the same thing with that. So I'm going to grab my flag, and there's my flag. And he was waiting there the whole time, so I just gave him a treat for staying there again, letting him target it with his nose. I'll give him a treat, and then I'm just gonna kind of touch him with it, and he's seen the flag before, and I'll let it go around his hindquarters. That looks great. I'm really happy with this. This looks fantastic. This is, I mean, I'm gonna do this once, and then he's good to go, and I'll start walking behind him because he's checking all the boxes for me here. So, and then I'm gonna ask him. He's gonna hand target, so I'm gonna back him up, and he's gonna follow my hand and change directions. He's really good at that. And then same thing on this side, just go around behind him. That looks excellent. Like this is pretty much like final behavior. This is what you want if you're training this. This is what the end behavior should look like. He's nice and relaxed. He's chewing. He's not worried. He doesn't change his body position at all when the flag goes behind him. So that looks great.